Hi guys, this is a quick video here. I'm just going to discuss RSTP port types. When in the topic of RSTP, Rapid Spanning Tree Protocol, which is the IEEE 8221W standard for Spanning Tree Protocol, it's basically, we skip out, this is the IEEE coming together and saying, right, we need a protocol which has faster convergence, which goes through blocking, listening, learning, forwarding stage. It goes through the stage process quicker. So what happened was we take 2 out, which is the listening and learning, the intermediary stages come out, and we go from blocking to forwarding. There's 2 types of port. There's 2 port types that we need to know for RSTP. The first one, which I want to discuss, is the point-to-point edge port here. So as you can see here, this is a PC which is connected to switch 1 directly. It's on. This is an edge port, or point-to-point edge port. Is right on the end of the network of the network here. It's so this is an access layer. This is on the access layer. It's direct. The switch is connected to the client here, and this is the RSTP edge port. So when it comes to edge ports, that's what we need to be looking out for. So is the switch connected? How's the switch connected? Is it connected to a client or is it connected to the switch? The point-to-point port, the difference is this is a connection between 2 switches. So this port here is a connection with that port. That's a point-to-point port here. This is also a point-to-point port. So it's not just this port on the end of switch 3 here. It's also the one on the end on switch 2. That is also a point-to-point port. But that, if someone to say that that is not going to be a point-to-point port. So that would be a big X there. That is not a point-to-point port because that's connected to the client there. So you gotta look. Switch 2 and switch 1. I mean, these can also be considered point-to-point ports here. Switch 3 and switch 4 can also be considered. Now you see here there's a shared port there. And the shared port comes from the fact that hubs create, if you look, you can see a hub there. And hubs create a shared Ethernet. Hubs, if I were to read from an official CCNA book here, RSTP defines the term shared to describe ports connected to a hub, which is what you're seeing here. You're seeing ports being connected to a hub, and that's what we mean by shared port. So and hubs force the attached switch port to use half duplex logic. So if you look at the port, if you look at the connection between the switch 4 and the hub, that's going to use half duplex logic, meaning one way, meaning traffic only flows is only one direction at a time. If it was full duplex, then you'd have bidirectional traffic flow. And here's just one way traffic flow, and so that is what I mean by half duplex there. RSTP assumes that all half duplex ports may be connected to hubs, treating ports that use half duplex as shared ports. RSTP assumes that all half duplex ports may be connected to hubs, treating ports that use half duplex as shared ports. RSTP converges more slowly on shared ports as compared to all point-to-point ports. So hubs create a shared Ethernet. They have hubs force the attached switch port to use what? Half duplex to yeah, is being forced here. So that's what we need to remember, guys. It's not that complicated. But point-to-point port simply means two switches connected. A connection between two switches here in the context of RSTP, and yeah, that's going to be a point-to-point. Those ports, point-to-point, but the ports that are connected to the clients, to the that are connected at the edge of the network, they are point-to-point edge ports. Now, or simply you can call it an edge port. And those, when we go into the topic of port fast, which won't be long, that will be discussed, because port fast and RSTP point-to-point edge port go hand in hand. So port fast, this links to port fast, which will be discussed in upcoming videos. So I hope you find that useful, guys. It's simple, just need to be able to differentiate between the two types of ports, but it's very easy. You look at the topology, so there's something that could come up in the CCNA exam, and hence hopefully this video helps you guys. It certainly helped me in my revision, and I hope you find it useful as well.